your film is in Spectrum, right?
Spectrum.
Yeah, and it screens.
Film screens Tuesday night at 8:30 at the Prospector.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about what it's about.
Baghead, it kind of came out of about a year and a half that Jay and I spent on the festival circuit after we made a little movie called The Puffy Chair. And we kind of got to know the hordes of overly desperate filmmakers and actors, including ourselves, who are all just trying to get their stuff seen, just trying to hit it. Mm-hmm. And it was at first kind of this very annoying thing to us, but then after spending a bunch of months with it kind of started to hit us that there's something really kind of sadly hilarious and tragic about what these people, including ourselves, are up to. And that kind of led us to, say we should probably be making a movie about this. Mm-hmm. So the story is like, it's so hard to pitch the story because it's the worst sounding pitch in the world, but it's basically like 4 desperate actors go to a film festival, and after not being able to get into any of the parties, realize like the only way that they're going to start getting there is if they take their matters into their own hands, write their own movie, write starring roles for themselves, and go out and become like the next indie hit sensation. So they go out to a cabin in the woods and hole up to write this movie. Mm-hmm. And from there, we kind of use all the correct genres and mixing them up here and there to kind of make a play on, what does it mean to make a pertinent movie in 2008 with a bunch of people out in the woods.
Right.
So
maybe you can talk about co-directing between you guys. You guys are brothers. How many years apart are you?
We're about 3.5 years
3.5 years apart. How did the directing duties get split? Did they split? How do you do that?
Well, Mark and I have been making stuff since we were like kids. We have a really creative mom, and we've just constantly worked on projects together since we were, babies, basically. So working with Mark is like, we pretty much share the same brain and the same sense of humor, and I think that's probably why a lot of like sibling teams kind of rise up as directors, is because directing is a really hard job and there's a lot of things to do. And actually for us, we're always, in the same place in terms of what we want. So
you only do half those things, and
we kind of do half of them, and it's really, really nice. Sometimes you wake up and you're just like, I can't deal with this today, and the other person can be a hero and say, I got it, I'll take care of it. So, in terms of on set, we have a different way of working. Actually, as we shoot, we do a lot of improvisation, and we let our actors kind of run free and go where they want, and do what they want to do. And we capture it as a documentary team. And on this particular film, since Mark wasn't an actor on camera, I actually shot it and Mark actually boomed it, so we function as a documentary crew. Wow. And then whenever we had like a stalling moment, Mark and I would just go for a walk and we'd figure out what we want to do and come back on. But it's pretty nice because we don't like to, we can go down really quickly in terms of like tackling the workload of a single director. So we like to...
Two heads better than one.
Two heads definitely better than one.
And you don't have distribution yet. You're looking for it.
Yes.
Puffy Chair was distributed by who, or was that?
Roadside Attractions and Netflix partnered on the distribution.
How did that work out for you guys?
For us, it worked out great because the movie was very small. We made it, with our family essentially, and it ended up going to about 30 cities theatrically and having a really nice DVD and cable release. So we were kind of blown away by the fact that something we shot on essentially a home movie camera. Actually,
that anybody saw
it and liked it was like enormous to us.
Made a little bit of money was like beyond expectations.
Right. So you guys are. You could maybe speak to this. So you're part of a movement, whether you kind of want to be part of one or not. It seems, and some people call it mumblecore. Some people call it something else. What does that do for you? What is that? What's the pros of that, and what's the cons of that?
We're not too sensitive about like what someone wants to call our movies. Like we don't really have very top-down opinions about how people should experience our movies and how they should label them. Mm-hmm. We're kind of fine if someone is out there enjoying them, and if someone wants to write an article about us and call it something, that is totally fine for us. In terms of how we personally feel about it, I think we do share some sensibilities with the mumblecore movement in terms of the Puffy Chair has like guys in hoodies, in their 20s, and but we do tend to feel that, Jay and I are kind of film school dorks, and we like genre. Like, we like to work inside of genres. We're not just making Woody Allen movies talking in the apartment. Like, The Puffy Chair is a road movie, and when people see Baghead, they will see how this thing really obeys and works in genres. So, I mean, I guess we feel like that maybe sets us a little bit apart, but, like, we love all the movies in the mumblecore movement. They're all friends of ours, and happy to have people, like, write articles about us so more people can see our movies.
Yeah. What I gotta ask, where does Baghead fit into the movie? Where's the bag and
Where does the bag
head?
fit into the
Yeah.
movie? That's something you're just definitely going to have to come and see.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.